The UN embargo on weapons sales to South Africa was probably the best thing that could have happened to the South African arms industry. Under apartheid, the country had to make most of the weapons it needed for its wars in Namibia and elsewhere. Now both apartheid and the war are things of the past, and so is the UN embargo. The factories of the South African arms industry are turning to export. This is the Rooivalk, Afrikaans for Red Kestrel. It's an anti-tank helicopter and potentially a big earner. Its speciality is hugging the contours of the ground and taking advantage of cover on the battlefield. The Ministry of Defence in London has now asked the Rooivalk's makers to tender for an order of around 90 for the British Army against American and European competition. The decision should be made next year. The chief test pilot praised the Rooivalk's qualities for our benefit.
From the pilot's point of view, we've hit the nail on the head. I think the very fact that we've been given an official invitation to tender by the United Kingdom indicates that, yes, we are on a par with the rest of the world as far as the capabilities are concerned.
The new South Africa has other advanced weapons systems to sell. The SPARG self-propelled anti-aircraft gun, for instance. The old South Africa supplied weapons to guerrilla groups and the less fastidious Third World governments. Now it's looking to the big market, Europe, the Middle East and the Far East. Armscor, the formidable state-owned arms manufacturer, was very much a creation of the old South Africa. But its sales side has now been hived off and given the neutral name Denel. Under its managing director, it's worked hard to create a socially responsible image for itself.
We want to be one of the honest players in the international world. You know how it is in the armaments business that once you've gone into a situation where you're not adhering to certain of the limitations they've put on you, or where you deliver to certain countries, I think you are out of business.
There's a lot of money and a lot of jobs dependent on the new arms industry here. In the past, it would have brought international condemnation. But now that South Africa's politically acceptable, it can make and sell weapons, and scarcely anyone will complain. John Simpson, BBC News, Johannesburg.